Cats are often seen staring at their human companions as they eat, their eyes locked on the food, waiting for a morsel to drop. They might sniff around the table, hop up onto counters, or even beg for a bite. Despite this obvious fascination with human food, cats are notorious for rarely actually eating it. So, why do cats seem so drawn to our food but generally show little interest in actually consuming it? The answer lies in their biology, instincts, and behavior patterns, all of which contribute to their picky eating habits and unique relationship with food. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that cats are obligate carnivores. This means that their bodies are specifically designed to thrive on a diet primarily consisting of animal-based proteins. Unlike omnivores or herbivores, cats have evolved to rely on a high-protein, meat-centric diet to meet their nutritional needs. The structure of their digestive system, including their short intestines, is optimized for processing animal flesh, rather than fruits, vegetables, or grains. Because of this, their interest in human food is often driven more by curiosity than nutritional necessity. Most human foods, especially those made up of plant-based ingredients or processed sugars, do not provide the essential nutrients that cats need to stay healthy, which is why they rarely choose to eat them. Cats also have a highly developed sense of smell, which is one of the primary reasons they seem so fascinated by the foods their owners are eating. A cat's sense of smell is far superior to that of humans, and they are incredibly sensitive to different odors, especially those related to food. The smell of human food, particularly meats, fats, and savory items, can be intoxicating to a cat. This intense olfactory stimulation often triggers their instinctive curiosity, making them more likely to investigate what you're eating, even if they don't have any real intention of eating it. Essentially, they are attracted to the strong, appealing aromas of the food but don't necessarily see it as a source of nourishment, especially if it's not animal-based. Despite their curiosity, cats are also known for their picky eating habits. This is partly due to their nature as solitary hunters in the wild. In their natural habitats, cats are territorial animals that hunt alone. They tend to be very particular about what they consume, often avoiding anything that could potentially be harmful. In the wild, a cat's diet consists of small animals like rodents, birds, or insects, and they have an instinctual understanding of which foods are safe and which are not. This instinct of caution is carried over to domestic cats, which can make them reluctant to try new or unfamiliar foods, especially those that are outside their typical carnivorous diet. When it comes to human food, cats are particularly discerning because they are not accustomed to eating the wide range of flavors, textures, and ingredients that are common in human meals. While a cat might be intrigued by the smell of a piece of cheese or a slice of bread, they are unlikely to find it palatable or digestible in the same way they would a piece of chicken or fish. Additionally, certain ingredients in human food, like garlic, onions, chocolate, or salt, can be harmful or even toxic to cats, making them naturally hesitant to consume foods that don't align with their dietary needs. Another reason cats often don't eat human food, despite their curiosity, is that they are creatures of habit. Domestic cats are known for their consistent routines, especially when it comes to feeding. They are often used to a specific type of food, such as kibble or wet food, which they know is safe and provides the nutrients they need. Introducing new types of food, particularly those that come from humans, can cause confusion for a cat. Even if they are intrigued by the food, they may hesitate to eat it because it doesn't align with their usual expectations or it feels out of place in their routine. This resistance to change is a common trait in cats, as they are creatures of comfort and predictability. Furthermore, cats are often very territorial when it comes to food. In multi-pet households, for instance, a cat may be particularly sensitive about its food source and may not want to share it with other animals. Even in a household with only one cat, food is often seen as something to be defended, and introducing foreign food into the environment can disrupt the cat's sense of security. The presence of human food may be viewed as an intruder to the cat's own carefully established routine, which is why they might sniff it out of curiosity but ultimately avoid it. Even though cats may not eat human food frequently, they are still very much capable of forming preferences when it comes to the types of food they find appealing. Some cats, for example, may show more interest in particular human foods, like cooked meats, fish, or butter, which have a higher fat content and are closer to what they would naturally hunt and consume. These foods can trigger a stronger response from the cat's instinctual drive for protein and fat, both of which are vital nutrients in their diet. However, even when a cat shows interest in these foods, it's important to remember that offering them too often or in excess can lead to unhealthy weight gain or digestive issues, as they are not nutritionally balanced for a cat's needs. Cats can also be influenced by the way food is presented to them. If a human is eating a food item in a manner that seems unusual to the cat, such as eating with enthusiasm or enjoying a particular dish, the cat may become curious. The visual cues of the human's enjoyment can pique the cat's interest, and they may approach the food out of curiosity or a desire to engage with their owner. However, this behavior doesn't necessarily mean that the cat wants to eat the food, it might simply be an instinctual reaction to the situation. Trying to figure out what's happening and whether it's safe or worth exploring. There is also a social aspect to a cat's interest in human food. Cats are known to bond closely with their owners, and they often mimic their behaviors or follow their lead. If a cat sees its owner eating something, it might approach the food because it associates eating with the social connection that food often represents. Cats are not oblivious to the ritual of shared mealtime with humans, and they might be hoping for a taste of what their owner is enjoying, particularly if they are accustomed to sharing in the process of eating, even if only by being close to the food. This mimicry can be seen as a form of bonding and an attempt to partake in the experience, even if the actual consumption of the food is not their primary goal. Moreover, cats may sometimes develop a behavior of begging for human food because they've learned that doing so results in attention from their owners. Many owners inadvertently reinforce this behavior by rewarding the cat with food or even by just acknowledging their presence during mealtime. A cat may come to associate the act of begging or approaching human food with receiving a treat or getting attention, which reinforces the idea that human food is something desirable, even if they aren't genuinely interested in eating it. In terms of health and nutrition, it's crucial to understand that while it's natural for a cat to show curiosity about human food, it's essential not to feed them human food on a regular basis. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they need a diet that is rich in protein and certain other nutrients, such as taurine, which is found in meat. Human food is not formulated to meet these needs, and feeding it to a cat can lead to nutritional imbalances, digestive issues, and even toxicity, depending on the ingredients. Foods such as chocolate, onions, garlic, alcohol, and certain artificial sweeteners can be highly toxic to cats and should be kept well out of their reach. Even when offering safe human foods like plain cooked meat, it's important to do so in moderation and only as an occasional treat. Ultimately, while cats may seem fascinated by human food, their rare consumption of it can be explained by their natural instincts, dietary needs, and the way they interact with their environment. Their curiosity and selective eating habits reflect their biology as obligate carnivores and their tendencies as independent, territorial animals. They are more likely to approach human food out of curiosity or because of its strong aroma, rather than an actual desire to eat it. Understanding these behaviors can help owners provide their cats with a more satisfying, safe, and nutritionally balanced diet while keeping their feline friends' interests and health in mind.